Good afternoon.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
It is. Are you going to sing it for me?
No, I can't sing.
I'll sing it. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
That's lovely, mate.
Thank you.
Things look a bit different. It's taken us about an hour to set this up.
Yeah, but hopefully it's worth it. I mean, from the monitor, it all looks nice.
I think so. I mean, it's my fault.
Is it?
Yeah, because I forgot to bring a camera in, didn't I?
Yes, you did. Yeah.
So we're having to use one camera, but
Naughty
hopefully
Alex.
you won't be able to tell in post.
No, hopefully not. With some clever editing.
Yeah, we do that.
Yes, we do. We try.
So we wanted to do just a bit of a podcast with just us two, just to sort of end the year as it is Christmas, and we are in our Christmas jumpers.
Yes, yeah. Yours is much more. What's the word? Like
Geeky?
not geeky. Like more of what your typical Christmas jumper should be.
Right, okay.
A bit more like out there. Mine's very safe. Just some. I was going to say dolphins.
Traditional Christmas dolphin.
Just a few dolphins on it. No, some reindeers.
Yeah.
A few Rudolphs.
I've lost track with that comment. Yeah, I mean, we'll be going through a few things, just talking
Just a
about
bit
the
of a
year.
roundup of the year, isn't it?
Yeah, how we found things.
Yeah. Great. It was really good. See ya.
Yeah. So a lot's happened this year. We've already done a podcast sort of going over quite a few things since we moved into this office.
Yep.
A couple of the big ones were obviously you going full time.
Mm-hmm.
How have you found that?
Great. I mean,
Me too.
Yeah, it's a decision that needed to be made, and it's been clear from the amount of work we've done since going full time.
Yeah.
It's made a massive difference to work. It's made a massive difference to home life. Being able to spend more time with my family. It's just been a decision I know I'll never regret. It's been ace.
It's been amazing because one of the big things is that it has allowed us to take on a lot more work.
Yes.
And that hasn't been the difference this year.
Yeah.
I mean, last year with me going full time, we were able to take on a lot more work.
We did see a difference when you went full time.
And then
definitely.
With you going full time, it's essentially doubled the capacity.
Because we always had that barrier of me having to book holidays from work, and with the type of work that I was in, it was quite difficult to kind of get holidays booked because, just of the nature of the work. And so that there was a few jobs that unfortunately we couldn't do last year because of that. But I mean, everything happens for a reason, and it's just one of those things that
I think November and December have been the biggest changes because last year it was like you basically ran out of holiday days to take, so we were limited to weekend stuff. And obviously, a lot of people
don't touch me like
don't work at weekends. So a lot of companies don't work at weekends. So we had to do the work in the week.
Yeah,
and then we couldn't do the work in the week because you'd run out of holiday days. There was obviously some stuff I could do myself, but it was a limit to what I could do myself.
Yeah.
And then this year, obviously, with us both being full time, we've just been as busy as ever. I was worried that, our summer was quite busy. We had a lot of work on, and I was worried that it'd drop off towards October, November, December. But it's been just as busy, really.
Yeah,
Maybe not quite as busy, but we've had constant work on. Yeah,
we haven't had to really worry, and it definitely is due to the fact of us being able to accommodate to all like working hours of a normal business and not being restricted to weekends, and it does make such a difference when we're able to just say yes to things and not have to worry about whether we can do it or not. Obviously there's a limit to what we can do. We don't want to over exceed our limits and overwork ourselves, but I mean it's been great how constant it's been, and the recommendations we're getting through people, and how people are finding us. It's just been massive this year.
Everything seems to have gone to plan.
Yeah. Don't know what the plan
I
was.
I hope that's not foreboding. I hope, like, come January, we're just going to lose all business. But
No, we're gonna be absolutely fine next year. It's gonna be
I'm sure
great.
Another big change. We got our first office in, was it March?
Yeah. We soon got the office.
It was needed though.
Yeah.
And again, that made a big difference because it allowed us to be in a space together where we could collaborate, and that's been amazing.
Yeah, that was massive, being able to be in the same space, because we was just having to rely on phone calls and video calls and WhatsApp messages, and I think especially in the field that we're in, it's a very kind of team orientated kind of field. So we need to. There are times when we can work from home and it's fine. But there's a lot of the times where being in the same room to collaborate on a project is massive, and it helps so much. And even just for meetings and stuff like that, it helps.
Great. And then, was it September? We moved here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been in there that long now.
Yeah, it feels like we've been here for ages. To be fair.
That first podcast that we did in it feels like ages ago.
And I mean, since we moved in here, it's even more things are happening. I think it's inspiring us a lot more. We've got this nice space to be in, nice place to keep all our equipment behind us. Got space for a studio setup, which we've done quite a few times.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest positives of being in a space like this, being able to create different studio setups, and even like the new podcast setup that we've set up now, it's not something we would have been able to do at home or in even our last office, which was only a tiny kind of box room, but we didn't have
this
much.
section of the office that we're in now is like twice the size of the office that we were in.
Yeah.
And we've still got like another half of the room to go.
The office that we were in, probably we could have had that desk and another desk, and then that's pretty much it.
Yeah, we're not like crapping on that because it was.
It was a massive step in the direction that we needed to go, and it was probably good that we had a small office to start with, because it was. Maybe if we'd started in a space like this, it'd be quite overwhelming, and I don't know. It's but I think starting off small kind of helps.
It's just a step on the ladder. And then obviously, all being well, our next office is going to be even bigger than this, which would be great.
Yeah. There's some big spaces in this this building that
I'd like
we've
to do
got
more
our eye
studio
on.
stuff. I think I really enjoy doing that.
Yeah, studio stuff is fun.
Like the stuff we did for Dragon Energy.
Yes,
that was great fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun to be involved in.
If you haven't seen that, then I think it's on our social media somewhere. But yeah, that was really good. It just gave us a good chance to get creative, and that was in the old space.
Yeah, we still had some space to be able to have a bit of a studio set up, but
we could do something. A good one we've done recently in here is the stuff for DDM.
Yeah,
and you wouldn't be able to tell that it's in a studio. Even I think it looks like it could be in an actual office.
Yeah.
In one of their offices.
Yeah.
It's very cleverly done by yourself, I must say, because I wasn't here.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it was fun doing that and creating a bit of a set. And we've done previous setups in here before where we've created a bit of a desk setup and an office kind of looking like cool set, but I wanted to make sure that we was doing something completely different because we don't want the same set to be used from one client to the next. It needs to be different. It needs to show that we can be a bit more versatile with the setups that we do. And
did you use? How did you put the lamp in?
So the lamp I'd used Photoshop AI. Oh, cool. Yeah, I dropped a lamp in and a picture frame above it as well, just to sell the look a little bit more.
Yeah, it looks flawless. It's great.
Thank you.
One of the other good things about this office is we've got space to have a couple of team members in, and over the past 2 months, is it, or 1 month, we've had Tom in the office.
Yes, hello, Tom.
You can't see him, but Tom's been helping us with editing, and And again,
and some shooting as well.
And some shooting, yeah. And that's been, again, another step in the direction we want to be going in.
Yeah. I think that's the only way that we will be able to grow as a company. It can't always just be Hebb&Griff. It's Hebb, Griff and friends.
But I think next year there's going to be even more people coming in, which is going to be amazing. So yeah, that's kind of what's been happening here over the past year. Very happy with how things are going. We have hit our target for the year.
We've exceeded. Oh no, we've just exceeded it. Yeah.
And it's going to go even more.
Yeah.
Again, must mean we're doing something right.
Yeah, definitely. If that doesn't mean we're doing something right, then I don't know what does. But we're exceeding what we thought we was gonna hit, and it's
every time I look at our profit and loss, I'm just kind of like, I don't want it to sound like I'm bragging, because we're just so like humbled by how well we've done.
Yeah,
it's just so satisfying.
We constantly say to each other, like, we're just two lads from Rawby, and somehow we've managed to do what we do now. And it goes so well, and it just shows, because we've put a lot of hard work into it. We've put a lot of late nights into the first 1 or 2 years of the business. Like, we've really like knuckled down, and it's not been all easy going. There's been a lot to get to where we are now, and it just shows that like the hard work that we did put into it and all our free time really has paid off.
It still don't feel like a job.
No, not at all. It was, so my partner Levi, she's been off work for the past like 2 weeks or whatever, booking holidays, and I've not even been jealous that she's got holidays booked. Like, usually, like in my old job, if she's got days off, I'd be like, oh God, like, as if you've got like a week off. But like, I'm not even bothered. Like, I enjoy doing what we do, and I don't feel like, it's nice to have a bit of a break, but I don't feel like I need a constant break all the time.
I must admit, I'm looking forward to. I've enjoyed having a bit of time off in the build up to Christmas, and I'm going to enjoy having a bit of time off over Christmas. It is nice to have a break. But
obviously we do. Anyone enjoys some time off.
We're human, aren't we?
But the fact that this doesn't feel like work, and we're not kind of pouring to get out of the door like every day, just goes to show that, like, just do something that you love, because it makes a difference to your whole life and how you look at things, and it's great. Love it.
And with that success, we've been able to buy a few toys.
We have,
you saying you don't want to talk too much about the tech side of things, but we've got.
I just don't feel like we're showing off with with what we've got.
I'm just proud of ourselves.
No, it is great. It's
so
fantastic.
We've got the Sony FX3, and that was a huge step up for us.
It's been a massive game changer.
And for those that don't know, that's basically a camera that's Netflix approved.
Well, it's a cinema line camera. It's the capabilities of that camera far exceed what we were shooting on, which were great. We had the A7 IIIs. We even started with the Canon M50, and that was fantastic. But we'd like to future-proof ourselves with the cameras that we've got, and this what we're filming this podcast on now. It's going to serve us well for a long time, I think,
and it's just going to improve the quality of work that we can do for our clients. I mean, you can already see the difference in the stuff that we've been doing. Even things like the real estate videos that we've been doing. The quality of them is like miles ahead of what we were able to produce before. And that's not to say that what we, like you were saying, like the cameras that we had before weren't bad.
No.
It's just that the FX3 is so much better.
Yeah. It's like we made very good use of what we had. and we're making very good use of what we've got now. It's great.
Have you got any favourite jobs that we worked on this year?
Got some favourite jobs that we've already discussed. So we've got the the first. The first video that we shot on the FX3, film, we'll call it, was an advert that we produced for the council.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. There was a lot involved in that one.
That was our first project where we actually created a script, created a storyboard, hired actors, and then shot it in a sequence. That was really good fun. I really enjoyed that, and it wasn't even a long advert, but just the process of doing that, I think it has changed the way we approach all our videos now.
Yeah. I think that made a difference to our approach, definitely.
And it's amazing working with actors, actually, because not to knock our clients, but sometimes it's quite hard for them to read a line or reel off information. And when we was working with these actors, we just told them the line and they straight away. It was incredible.
Well, it's their job. We'd have a hard time most of the time trying to do lines, especially with the camera in your face. There's a lot of pressure. I agree. It does make a difference when you've got someone in front of the camera that is used to it and knows exactly what they're doing, and they can just switch into that acting mode.
It's very impressive.
Yeah, really impressive. And the actors that we got, they were mainly extras.
Yeah.
And to say that
background artists,
yes, background BAs. they were referring to BAs in the emails that I was firing across to them, and I had to ask them what they meant because I wasn't down with the lingo at all. I was like, what you want about with BAs? And I
think it's more politically correct.
Yeah. But to say they were background artists, they did a very good job as the main role.
Yeah, I mean, I think most background artists want to be foreground artists. So they obviously have the training.
I suppose that's where you start, isn't it?
Yeah. And being on set with foreground artists, actual actors, let's just call them that, is a good way of getting that experience.
Yeah.
Another job that I really liked doing was for OC Details, which is a car valeting company in Lincoln.
Yeah.
And we ended up spending essentially a full day there over the course of a week. And we created this video for them. And it was I was really, really happy with that video.
Yeah. That video was cool.
And one of the things I liked about it was that we got to see Jay's process when he's working on these cars, and so he started with the cleaning process.
Yeah, it's not as straightforward as just wrapping a car.
No,
is it?
He cleaned this whole car down, and it was absolutely spotless, amazing work. He dropped a sponge at one point, and was just right, that's off in the bin.
Yeah,
his attention to detail is insane. And then they wrapped the car in a completely different colour. And just watching all that happen, that was really. And
even when
really
the car's wrapped, they'd do all the processes on top of that to ensure that the wrap is protected, and it clearly shows in the work that they do, because it is perfect.
Yeah. I love working with businesses like that, though, just these small businesses that they care so much, and being able to get that across on video, I think, is really exciting, and it's really good for them.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's important to have videos as well. It's the best way to show your process. I mean, pictures are obviously great, but you can tell a story a lot more with a video.
There's no way of showing people how much into detail you go into something. Yeah, you can write about it,
and people are going to much prefer to watch a video, I would have thought, as well.
Yeah,
especially it's not a cheap thing to get your car wrapped. So they want to see that the person doing it is capable. So if they can watch a video that shows how good they are at it, then that's going to sell it, I would imagine.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and then one of the other big projects we did this year is with our friends Magna Vitae.
Yeah.
So a couple of years ago?
2 or 3.
The first one?
Yeah.
So we shot a documentary for them a while back. Basically, they work with Panopticon and People Power Partnership. It's a big project across the whole of Europe where they get dancers from many different countries to audition and then perform together. And we had dancers so we started with the audition process.
Mm-hmm.
So in Grimsby, they got dancers from all over the UK to come and audition. So we filmed that process, interviewed them, created a bit of a documentary. Well, not a bit of a documentary, a documentary.
I think that first one was around about like maybe 10 15 minutes or something.
And then the next year they performed in Grimsby with the dancers from Europe. Mm-hmm. So we got to capture that and again create another documentary, which we're really proud of.
Yeah.
And then this year it was what they call the big production, which is this huge stage with all these mirrors on.
Oh, that was like a spectacle awesome. In itself. Just seeing the stage for the first time, and you'll have to have a look at the doc or check out their Instagram to have a look at it. But it's you have to kind of see it in person to it because I'd seen pictures of it before, but you never realise how big it is.
And they build it all the dancers help build it.
Yeah, it's crazy, and the amount of planning that must have gone into that, and how they get all that over here from Germany. Like there must be a lot to get that all transported across. But it's massive, great.
But to see that come full circle and kind of finish the project with them, and it was at the point where when we got there, some of the dancers and some of the crew, recognised us, came and gave us a hug, said how nice it was to see us, and
they're such lovely people to work with. And one of the dancers there kind of said that it is like one big family, and when they was referring to it, they included us in when they were talking about it, and that meant a lot. And like it does feel like that everyone plays a massive part in that whole process, and it was great to just be a part of that. Like I would never turn down another opportunity to work with them in the future.
I'd love to go over to Europe.
That'd be amazing. That's one of the things that unfortunately we couldn't do last year because my job at the time had got in the way, and they'd asked for us to go out to Europe and do some filming for them. It's just too difficult to arrange at the end of the day. It was. But hopefully,
fingers crossed.
Yeah,
we'll get that opportunity again because I'd love to do that. I mean, being a successful business, you kind of rely on these clients to work with you time and time again. And some of the guys we've worked with regularly this year it's been great to work with them.
And building that relationship with them has been so good.
A couple of honourable mentions that we've got are, so first of all, it's Napton Wright, who we've spoken about before and we've had on the podcast. They gave us a huge opportunity with the office, our first office. Without them, we wouldn't have really been able to.
How did we initially meet them?
Good question.
I remember you organised something.
Yeah,
with them, I can't remember
met them with another client, and we just kind of hit it off. And we mentioned that we were maybe looking at office space, and they immediately was like, "Well, actually, we've got a closet that you can use." And it kind of, when we were ready to move in, it was just like, have it, and they let us have it for a very, very reasonable price.
Very reasonable.
So it was a huge help for us, and it speaks to them because they want to sort of nurture these creative small businesses. And it's ended up as well where we've done quite a lot of work with them, and some of another few of our best jobs this year have been with Naps and Wright.
Yeah.
Like the Harrison's laser tech video, that's awesome. And
we still need to share that with you guys.
Yeah, but that's some of Ollie's best work this year, I must admit.
Oh, thank you.
And
it's that to the beat bit that you like the best.
Really cool. You're gonna have to watch it to know what we're on about. But yeah, that's really cool. And another big job we did was with a company called Bentley Compton that was through Naps and Wright, and that was one that I was a little bit nervous about because they're quite a big company. But
it was something that like we'd not done a lot of.
No, it's something that I have done a lot of. Yeah, just not recently. So it's kind of like relearning a little bit. But
you did a great job, an absolutely fantastic job on that, though. Yeah. Really good.
So yeah,
and they loved it.
That's it. Yeah, and they're still sending work our way. That even though we're not in the same building as them anymore, they still. I'd like to think they still like to work with us.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it's great. Another company who we've had a lot of fun with this year is Superfly Marketing.
Yes, yeah, they've been great to work with.
Yeah,
and they're the one thing that really shines out with them is they're such a current and forward thinking company, and they're always coming up with like cool ideas and stuff that we love getting involved in.
They really understand how to use video and how to use us. And we've done some really good projects with them this year. That was who the Dragon Energy project was through. They used that essentially to bid on a job, which was great for us. And then we've also been working on a little documentary for them for the Connection Live.
Yeah, so they helped, or they did the rebrand for the arena in Hull that's rebranded to Connection Live, and we've been filming and
that's becoming a very creative project.
Yeah,
because we sent an initial edit through, and they basically told us we were playing it too safe.
Yeah, well, we did kind of play it safe because we didn't know how far. You did say at first that you were thinking like some cool transitions and that anyway. I remember you mentioning it, but then when I got down to editing it, and I didn't do any of that.
Okay, so just ignore me.
Well, no, not that I ignored it. I was playing it safe. Right. I was like keeping within my little bubble that I know works, and I was just doing it like that. And then obviously, we sent it to them, and they were like, they said it was good, but it wasn't.
They wanted it to be a bit more out there.
Yeah.
So we're now working on it again, and we're just like throwing everything we've got.
Yeah.
And it's looking really cool.
We created a really edgy kind of little teaser intro for them.
Yeah.
And straight away when we sent it to them, they loved it.
Yeah.
So now we know where the bar's set. Yeah, we can have a bit more fun.
But I love working with companies like that are happy to let us have a bit of fun. Like Nick and Charles really get that, and I think there's going to be a lot more like that to come. Yeah.
We're going to get Nick and Charles on the podcast at some point,
whether they like it or not.
Yeah. So it'll be really good to have a chat with them. They're two really good lads.
Yeah, absolutely. It's inspiring as well because, I mean, we're not brothers, but they're brothers, and they started companies together, and it's quite sort of what's the word, like reminiscent of us. And what we're trying to do. So it's inspiring, and they've been over 10 years. So we're going to get to that point.
Oh yeah,
just don't fall out with me.
No.
And then the last company that we want to shout out, who we've done tons of work with this year, is DDM.
Yes.
So we started working with Fine and Country North Lincolnshire.
Yep.
Which is Graham and Sherry, and others, I'm sure, but mostly Graham and Sherry have been the ones that we're dealing with. We should shout out Victoria for getting us that job.
Oh yeah.
So Vicky Gray,
shout out.
Yeah, she got us the initial contact with.
How do you shout out someone? You just say the name, and then that's the shout out.
Yeah,
Vicky.
So we started doing some work for Fine & Country, some lovely houses that we have videoing Graham, sort of presenting these videos. Dave from DDM came in, said, so DDM and Fine & Country, so DDM own the franchise rights for Fine & Country in North Lincolnshire.
Yes.
So DDM were then like, actually, we want some videos for our houses too. So Dave signed us up, and we've been doing a ton of videos for them. To helping to sell their homes, or their clients' homes, and I think we've done some amazing work for them. We've really enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, it's good fun, and like seeing all these different houses. Like everyone likes to look at houses anyway.
It's figuring out how we do it as well. And again, it kind of harks back to the PCC videos that we did with the script. Because what we do now is we script these videos. And we work with the estate agents. They read the lines from the script, record a bit of a voiceover, and it just helps to create this really impactful short form video. And from what we hear, they go down really well. They've actually sold. They generally sell every house that they create a video for, which I think is a
they were saying statistic. It does make such a difference to the houses that they do sell, and the houses that come on to the market with them. You can tell it's had an impact on them. They threw around some figures, which was interesting for video work. If you get a video done for your property, it can sell for 4% more, which was a really interesting figure because that's a lot, really.
It is, but, on a multi-1,000-pound house. It's, quite a bit. There's obviously a lot more clients that we've worked with that we've loved working with, but there are a few of the ones that we've done like quite a lot of regular work for. And we just wanted to sort of show our appreciation, really.
Thanks, guys.
So that's pretty much it. I thought we'd end it in the spirit of Christmas. So we've been friends for a long time.
We have.
You could say best friends.
Hey, we're best friends. We're the two best friends anyone could have.
We often say mean things about each other.
Do we? I only ever say nice things about you.
Just because we know each other so well and we know that we can say things.
Yeah.
So I thought, in the spirit of Christmas, let's say some nice things about each other.
Okay.
So we're going to say...
You've got nice eyes.
3 nice things about each other. Thank you.
I like your beard.
And I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm going to make you go first because you didn't write any down.
Did you write some down?
I've written them down because I'm going to forget.
Oh, no, I haven't forgotten then. They're always in my mind.
Should we take it in turns?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, you go first then.
I like how trusting you are of me and like what I can do, and whenever like there's a job that I'm editing or something, you're quite happy just leaving me to it, trusting that I'll do a good job, and I really like that. It's it's good to know that you have that faith in me.
Absolutely. I mean, I must admit it's been a process for me, because I've in the past I've been a bit of a control freak, and it's been a case of giving feedback and receiving feedback, but it is very much now that I can let you get on with things and not get in your way, and you produce pretty awesome stuff.
Thank you.
And it's only occasionally that I have to make. I request that you make a couple of changes, but that actually is one of my my nice things.
I just looked in your book and took that.
No, it's one of the things I was going to say about you is that you have become, and I think it's a result of you being full time. You become a lot more. What's that word? I can't even read it. Intuitive.
Right.
You become a lot more intuitive with the way that you edit things and your ideas and your concepts. And like you're suggesting a lot more ideas now that I'm thinking that's amazing. That's such a good idea.
Yeah.
And like the way you're building stories into the work that we do.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that means that I can just let you get on with things.
Yeah.
And that's really nice.
I think one of the things that's kind of really helped me is that, and it goes on to kind of my next nice thing about you, is I can always rely on you for like knowing what's best with certain things, and like especially like with the design work and stuff like that, and text. Like you're amazing with stuff like that. Yeah, because I'll do something I think looks good, and then I'll go to you for your advice, and then you'll say no, like put this there, put that there. Text should be this way, and then like when it's done straight away, I'm like, yeah, that's like so much better. And it's doing like going through that process with you has really helped me now by knowing better what does look good. And a lot of the times now I'll do some type and straight away you'll be like, oh, that's all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like there are other times where you'll maybe suggest a few changes, but like I'm noticing more that now like you're more happy with what I'm doing, and I'm learning a lot from you, which is really good.
Yeah, this is unintentionally fed into my next point,
All right.
so we'll keep it like they're all feeding into each other. But my next one was just for putting up with me because
that was generally that was going to be my last point. Yeah,
well, but it's like I know that I can be really picky about things.
Yeah,
but if I in my head I know that it's going to make a difference.
Yeah, then
I want to suggest it, and generally I know that you're going to be like, yeah, okay, I get that.
Yeah,
you're never like, no, I'm absolutely not doing that.
No. Sometimes like when you suggest something, because like I've edited something for so long, and you suggest a change, I'm like, oh,
it's always like that. Yeah.
Why? And then like I'll make the change, and then like it'll be better. And I always take what you say on
and
board.
Sometimes I can't even explain why I know it'll be better. I just kind of know it'll be better to do it a certain way.
Yeah.
And you're just like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
And you do it.
Sometimes I'll hold my hands up. Sometimes like I'll just be a bit lazy, and like I just can't at that time. I just can't be bothered to do anything more with it. But I'll just do it because I know that like your opinion does count.
But it's the same for me. If I'm editing something, and I'm a bit like, oh yeah, that's fine, I'll do. And then you say, actually, do that, and it's like, oh yeah, I should do that. That will make it better.
Yeah. It's just about just gritting your teeth and like just dealing with it.
And part of the put it up with me thing is like how I guess like emotionally charged I can be.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I get really annoyed with people or situations, or I just make like rash decisions, and you're just like, no, just chill out. It's fine. Let's look at this reasonably.
Yeah.
Let's
but
look
it's
at
like
it
sometimes
logically.
you'll look at an email and you'll think, God, they're being like awful or whatever. It's like, well, no, it's just like they're just like
yeah.
It's just
so
an email.
you're like, I think it's just that thing where we just balance each other out quite a bit. And I think that's just that's great.
Yeah. So my last point is pretty much the same as that, really. Like,
I don't think you're that hard work though.
Well, no,
I think you're pretty easy going.
No, it's not that I'm hard work. It's the way that I say things to you, and like, I know I can be a bit like harsh with the way that I say things, and it's unintentional. But like, I think you know that, and so like putting up with me for in that respect, and just like accepting that I can be a bit of an ass in the way that I say things. You can say
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's.
Oh, it's not intentional.
No, but I don't think it's enough of an issue to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, right, okay, whatever. The funniest thing is the funniest thing is when you're like, when I suggest something and you just go no, and I'm like, why?
Are you doing something like you putting a light up or whatever?
Yeah,
I'll just go no. But like I don't know, my brain just like it doesn't think about telling you why. It just like automatically no. Wrong. Bad.
My last thing is, so I've been on paternity leave the past 2 weeks. We've not talked about this publicly. I've not really put it out there, but
no.
I am a
massive congratulations to Father Hebble White now.
Yeah. And you have held down the fort and more. You've absolutely smashed it, and I'm incredibly appreciative for it.
No problem.
You've been out on shoots and done them and just nailed it and looked after things, and it's just meant that I've not had to worry about anything.
Yeah, that's the last thing I want you to do. I want you to be really, what's the word, engrossed in your little new bubble.
Yeah.
I wanted you.
We'll take it.
Yeah, I want to make sure that I didn't give you any problems.
Yeah,
it was hard not to like WhatsApp you with a few things every now and again, just but like I didn't know the limits of what you was gonna be kind of getting involved in. But like obviously there was stuff that I needed your opinion on.
Yeah. I mean, generally it's been okay though, right? It's
been fine. Yeah. Nah.
No tragedies. I mean,
there's been one fire in that corner that I had to put out.
There was a instant in summer, wasn't there, where I was on holiday and we got some negative feedback and we had to sort out, and you very smartly didn't tell me about it.
Yeah, I didn't want to ruin your holiday.
Going back to how I react to things sometimes emotionally, you knew that I'd probably
I knew that would ruin your holiday.
Myself in the swimming pool. Again, right way to deal with it.
Yeah.
So that's the Hebb&Griff Christmas podcast.
It is, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And we'll be back.
Sing a song to end it?
I'm not going to.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you.
Should have brought your guitar.
I should have done, but like a cappella's fine, isn't it? I can.
No.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, thank you. Thanks for watching the podcast. If you've been watching them or listening
thank
to them.
you.
Thanks for your continued support.
Yeah, and thank you to all the clients that we've worked with this year. You've made two lads from Robbie really happy.
Yeah. Here's to 2024.
And the rest.
And the rest of the years.
Yeah. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.